your precious with us this Saturday morning, just like Coach Hong Yok said to everyone. Now it's the official orientation for our Coachee. I hope everyone know about the coaching. Is anyone here have the experience with the coaching before? Jessica, yes, and Kate also yes. What about Nandini?
No, not really. This is the first time.
Good. Kun Jade also never have the experience with coaching yet. So this is a good time for this morning that Coach Ning Danaya, which will introduce everyone about what is coaching. And before that, I would like to tell you about the PDPA. We might take a picture and we might use this picture for the advertisement for the ICF Bangkok Charter Chapter in the near future. If you're not comfortable, just turn off your camera. Are you okay with that? Thank you very much. Yep. As we are a very small group, so we will keep everyone engaged. So if you have any question along the way, you just raise your hand and we will listen. Yep. First of all, I will welcome Dr. Ning, Coach Ning Danaya. She is the president of ICF Bangkok Charter Chapter. Yep. Raise your hand, please, Coach Ning.
Yeah. Hi, good morning, everyone. Welcome to the program.
Yes, and the other one you have to know is Coach Hong Yok. She is the Social Impact Director for ICF Bangkok. Yeah. And the other one is Coach Bharati Lakmandash, or Coach B, you can call her. I think you got a call from her, everyone. She has a very nice voice. Yeah. And now it's time. I will welcome Coach Hong Yok to say something about this project.
Yes, good morning, everyone. We are very, very pleased to have you as an educators supporting our society in Thailand. You are from the other side of the world, but now you're working with your heart to support our student, our youngster in Thailand. Thank you very much. And in these 2 years, we all know that how hard working for the educators as ourselves, as I am a mommy, right, to support my own children is very hard for me. And for you, you supporting yourself, your family, and also your students. We really know how hard you have to face with any uncertain circumstances. So this is a time ICF Bangkok Chapter would like to support and partner with you with our coaching skills that can help you to empower and to come back to yourself and give yourself opportunity to pause, to be with yourself and to see your own happiness inside you so you can move forward to face with all situation. So today, thank you very much again. And today we will invite you what is the coaching and how it can support you in this program. Thank you once again. And we hope that empower educators is the one good gift from us from Thailand to support you. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Coach Hong Yok. I would like to invite Kate and Jessica. You might share a little thing about your experience with coaching. We can start with Kate, please.
Hi, yes. Good morning, everyone. I've been working with Coach Bacardi for for a few months, or no, probably nearly half a year or more. I'm from the United States and I live in Thailand. I was looking for a therapist, and I went to that like Facebook group for women, and one of the companies in there recommended her, and we met and chatted, and I know it wasn't exactly what I had been searching for, but I really connected with her and really appreciated talking with her. And we were meeting for a while, like once a week or every other week or once a month, something along those lines. And it just really helped to get to be able to share what I was feeling and kind of like go through all of my emotions, especially because, you know, we are so far from home that sometimes it can feel a little like overwhelming or lonely, and life still happens, you know, like you go through breakups or you leave a job and start a new one, or maybe something happens with your motorbike or something. So all of these things going on, it's really helpful to be able to share with someone. And she helped me through a really challenging time in my life, especially while also focusing on my job and teaching and being like the best version I could be for my students, trying to balance it all.
Thank you for sharing your experience, and today you are here again. So you will do the next step of your challenge. of
Yes,
your
thank
challenge.
you.
Yep, Jessica, you can say something.
Hello, everybody. Nice to see you all. I'm Jessica. I actually am. I just finished my courses with Ignite Global for becoming a PCMC coach and also a child, adolescent development and parenting coach with Lux and Fernando. I came to this program as a coachee because I'm in the middle of sort of changing the style of my work. I work a lot. I manage an education company here as well, and I also teach. And I'm starting to shift my relationship with my students more into a coaching-based practice rather than teaching. And last year, I experienced as a sort of group coaching authenticity workshop for 6 weeks online. And after that, I became very close with one of the facilitators, and she asked me, have you ever considered becoming a coach? And I, you know, for a long time didn't really understand the meaning of what it is to be a coach. You know, I think a lot of people have a idea that it's like some, you know, not effective or some sort of like spiritual guidance or something. And it's obviously not that at all. And so I started to look into it more and realized that I've already been doing this for many years in my life. I just didn't know that it was called coaching. So sort of naturally fell into it. But part of the reason I approached this program now as a coachee is, like I said, because I'm trying to figure out the best way to transition out of being a teacher to being more of a coach with my students. And I already have some coaching clients, and some of my students I've, you know, without really saying it, have started to shift the relationship already into a coaching based practice. But I want to be more confident in shifting that over and still, you know, staying true to my education background, but just coming at it at a different perspective. So yeah, and I'm from America. I've been in Thailand for 10 years. I was away for 8 months and just came back 3 weeks ago. I tried to be American again and it just didn't work out. I'm really, really happy to be back in my true home of Thailand, and just really excited to also connect and meet everybody and see what this program has to offer for everybody as coaches, for the coaches here and the coachees as well. So nice to meet everybody, and hope we can continue to stay connected after this meeting as well.
Yes, and hopefully next year you will be a coach instead of a coachee. Yeah. Okay, now it's time. I would like to invite Coach Ning Danaya Tang Uthai Suk, the president of ICF Bangkok Charter Chapter, to tell you what is coaching.
Thank you, Coach Lin, and hi everyone. I just don't want to do it for like very formal, or I don't have any intention to educate what is coaching, but just to share with you as a foundation of I mean, for everyone to have the same background of what actually coaching is. So may I share with you the PowerPoint here. So allow me to walk you through all this agenda. I know that as Kate and Jessica share with you what is coach, what are their experience, and I still like, well, let it run through as the formal introduction because we have this recorded, so everyone can come to watch it later. So first of all, in this 20 minutes, I'll share with you what is coaching and what are some of the the benefit from coaching sessions, so you can kind of have this understanding what is it and what to expect from the coaching session. And then we are going to share with you what is ICF and why we are so proud that we call ourselves ICF coaches. And then who will be your coach, how they become, how can we match, how our team match the coach for you. And at the end of the session, I will share with you how you can get the best out of this coaching engagement with your coach. So allow me to start with this slide. I believe that many of us are familiar with this, you know, people here. Eric Schmidt from Google, Bill Gates from Microsoft, and many people here are American. So you might know them well. So the question is, if this top leader of the global company, they also have a coach, why don't we? You know, I'd like to share with you a story from Eric Schmidt here. You know, very back in like more than 10 years ago, Eric Schmidt, I mean, Google there, at that time, it's a small startup company, not a global company like today yet. Eric Schmidt was hired to be CEO of the company. You know, as a CEO, he see himself as the best person who know everything in this company. He know the business, he know the technology, he know how to lead the company. So why he need a coach? You know, it's just like many of us, like we are, you know, we are the best in that position. Why do we need a coach? But later on, he can't, I mean, resist the offer from the, what we call the venture capital who funding the company, because he was hired with this offer. So he accepted to have a coach, you know, maybe not wholeheartedly accepted, but you know, anyway, he have a coach. And later on, he found quite a benefit from having a coach, because coach, of course, coach may not know as well as him who lead the company, but coach can facilitate his thinking to be kind of clearer, have a clearer picture, and make a better decision. That's why he said the best advice he got as having a coach. And he also mentioned that no matter how good we are, a coach, working with a coach can help us to be a better person. So I think that is a good beginning for us to see that a coach is not the person who know better than you, but a coach is the person who can walk with you for you to be a better person. I like to put it in that way. For ICF, International Coaching Federation, give us the definition that, before going to the definition, ICF is the organization that found like 20 years ago. And for Bangkok chapter, we are celebrating our 10-year anniversary this year. So I believe this definition is quite and up to date and can capture everything around coaching. So coaching is the partnering process. When I say partnering, that means two persons walking together. No one is better than others. So two persons walking hand in hand, partnering with the process we call thought-provoking process. So coach is not the one who coming to tell you to do this and not to do that, but coach use their listening skill, reflection skill, and inquiry, not questioning, but making inquiry. So to provoke your thinking, to see many perspectives. So with the intention to maximize your potential, either it's the personal potential or professional potential. So with those reflection and question, it hopes to bring you to see your untapped potential. Of course, that potential you already have within you, but it's been untapped before. So have the conversation. By having this conversation with the coach, you can find that resource within you to resolve, to further, and to move forward into your goal that you want to achieve. So that is partnering with the coach. So I like you to imagine that working with a coach is just like you going on the road trip with the coach. Like you are the driver of the car and coach is one of the passenger who kind of go along with you in that road trip. You are the person who control the car and where you are where you are going. While who is the coach? The coach is accompanying you, assist you on the journey to reach that destination. So when you partner with the coach, you are in the driver's seat. Your coach provides you support for accountability, and self-awareness to help you gain the new perspective. So coach will ask you question. When coach asks the question, the coach didn't want to know the answer for herself or for himself, but the coach rather encourage you in the what we call meaningful exploration, just to help you to reach the level of deeper understanding or better performance. So that's partnering with the coaches look like. So if I just pause here to see that if you have any question around what coaching is. If not, I just want to share with you one video. Here is the story of one of the educator. She's a teacher in the college in Middle East, and she has a coach. So I like to share with you this story. It is in the video. Let me share with you here. Just 3 minutes. Let's see what you get out from this video and we can share it later.
Coaching for me has
well?
been transformative. It's changed the way
The sound has gone.
Old City. If you take a look at the skyline, the
Let me
architecture, you will see
do it again
explosive
here.
growth and amazing buildings going up every single day. And we're here on College of the North Atlantic's campus, which is an absolutely outstanding facility. I've been here 3.5 years and I'm really enjoying both the college has to
Can you
offer,
hear
but
the
all
sound
the
from the
city has to
video?
offer as well. When I started with the position, I had a very flat organizational structure. I basically had 25 people reporting to me directly. Different backgrounds, different perspectives, different ideas. There was no vision for the way that the office would work together. And with such a diverse staff from such varying backgrounds, it was more of a challenge than I had experienced before. So I was fortunate enough to find out about Jen's coaching.
Coaching is about relationships. It is more than a conversation, and the relationship between a coach and a coachee is really a partnership where we are co-creating possibilities, different kinds of solutions and outcomes that perhaps the coachee wouldn't necessarily come up with on their own.
Through my coaching with Jen, we were able to develop a new structure. It was clear that I wanted to play a leadership role, but I also wanted the staff to work together as a team. So we developed a leadership team that were able to learn new skills, to start to develop some smaller teams, and then they started to lead across the entire office. So I was able to identify 5 people, and I was really, really pleased because in all 5 cases, all 5 really blossomed.
They identified that being a part of this team was really important to them. And that really helps Shauna. It really helps any leader when your team want to work together and they want to make it better. And she had that, investment from them right from the beginning. And I noticed that it's something special.
It was really rewarding because my role is in service to others. So for me to receive positive feedback on the growth amongst the leadership team was the most rewarding experience I've had. I think it's a win-win across the board. So Jen coaches me, I learn new skills and resources, I try those out in the leadership team, they try it out with their groups. It's just this really positive ripple effect and trickle down. Every single week with a coach, there's something that you can learn. Feeling that you have someone that's there in your corner, rooting for you, has certainly helped me move the leadership team forward, but also stay engaged as a leader and stay committed to what I'm doing.
Okay, so what do you think about this video? What is your idea? What is your learning or reflection from this video?
Can I share?
Sure.
So I really liked when they talked about the positive ripple effects, because I feel like that is what we do as coaches. Little by little, like we create that space for our client and our client takes it further. So for me, that really resonated.
Anything else?
May I share a little bit?
Sure.
Before I have the experience with coaching, I never been coached before, and I feel that I am a clever one. I know everything, something like that. Until I struggle. I didn't say to anything, expect even my husband, my close one. But when I feel like, okay, why don't you just open your heart and then asking for someone to support you in the safe space, not living all the ego or what struggle that perfectionist or everything. When I partner with coach, I feel, oh, this is like in the video said, it's a reward, not just benefits to ourselves, but also benefits to other people too. And that is the first step that I feel that I am an educator too. When I experience it, I know how it's benefited, and I learned more to be a coach today. And right now, I be the social impact director who also leads the program with ICF Bangkok chapter to make a ripple effect into the society. That's what I want to share with you, how the coach benefits to us, not just only the development or everything that benefits to us, but benefits to around the world that we would like to do as the man of service at you, at the educator, right?
Thank you,ค่ะ Coach Hongyo. Yeah, so there are more video in the website of ICF that they share the experience around coaching, but I choose this one because I think it will resonate to all of you as an educator. So allow me to walk you through another PowerPoint here as we are talking about what is coaching, but now let me share what is not coaching. So coaching is not the same as mentoring, because as a while you're working with the mentor give you the guidance and the experience. That means they may share with you what is their what they have experienced, what you should do, that kind of thing. And coaching is not the same as therapy, because therapists working with the pain, trauma, or dysfunctional, some dysfunctional inside you that can help you resolve the problem in the past so you can move forward comfortably. But coach, not the same as mentoring and not the same as therapy. What the coaching do is focus on the now moment and moving forward to the future, and also not resolving the past problem, but rather focus on the present and towards journey. So what we call is coaching is we focus on what is possible and what is positive, right? So coaching is the expert in the coaching process. That means the coach will facilitate the thinking process along the conversation, while you as a coachee still be the expert in your own story. So be partnering together to support you to get your destination that you wish to achieve. And now become another thing that why we are so proud that who we are and we call ourselves an ICF coach. First of all, ICF is the leading global organization. Definitely, we start with a small group of people back 27 years ago. A group of coaches found a community called International Coaching Federation. And that time it's for coaches only. But now it become the leading organization for coaches and coaching. We dedicate ourselves to advancing the coaching professional by setting, the high standard. And every time that we go through coaching school, we'll hear one word, that ICF coach will be representing the global gold standard of coaching profession. So I just highlight this because I just want you to be so sure about the coach that will work with you, that because we are all certified, we we bound ourselves with the highest standard of the coaching. So don't worry that whoever working with you as a coach in this program, they are certified coach, they are competent enough to work with you. And in terms of global level, we have more than 56,000 members, and 250 members belong to Bangkok chapters. And your coach, as the certified coach, they have the real client coaching experience. And definitely Coach B have, reach out to everyone and carefully, if I want to use the marketing term, we'll say handpicked, match you to everyone, So we are so sure that you will be in a good hand. And final slide that I would like humbly share with you from my 10-year experience in this industry, that to get the best out of the coaching session, first of all, I like to invite you to take some time to think about what you want to get out of this engagement, at least a bigger picture of the objective that you want to reach. You might not have a very, very clear focus. That's fine. Just the big picture as an objective, the big objective that you want to achieve. And working with a coach will help you laser focus on that meaningful focus of the conversation. And the second thing that I would like to suggest you is making time first to work with a coach, not because the coach dedicate that time for you, but to get out of, you are so busy, and finding just 1 hour to work with a coach, it's very fruitful time for you to prepare yourself. Well, before coming to the session, I just like you to kind of get yourself a present, being in the present mode, and clear out your mind, any job, any phone call, any things that you want to do, just put it aside and set that 1 hour to be your own time working with your own coach. And after that, after the session, also find some time, making time for yourself to reflect what you have learned from the session and what action that you are going to take, because the conversation end within the session, but the action is actually what take you to the destination that have more meaningful. So what I suggest is the first one, have your clear mind, set your own objective. Second, make time to working with the coach and making time to take the action for yourself. So that's all I have to share with you in this session. If you have any question, we can discuss with together in this session. Thank you very much. Back to you, Coach Lin.
Thank you very, very much, Coach Ning. And right now, I believe that everyone here will have a clearer picture about what is coaching and what is not. And also, you have like a homework that she share what you can prepare for to get the best benefit from the 3 hours coaching session from our coach. And coming next will be Coach Bharati. Coach B, I invite you here to explain the Empower Educator program. Yeah.
Okay, thank you, Coach Lin. So I'm Coach B, and I'm part of the social impact team, which is responsible for initiating this project. And this is the first time that the ICF Bangkok Charter Chapter is running a pro bono coaching project in English. So we want to thank you all for helping support us and make this possible and being pioneers. And we're pioneers as well. And so you guys are part of this team. And hopefully we can keep growing this in the future, but this is our first step to creating such a program like this. So really like just a heartfelt thank you to everyone. So this morning, I will be going through the details of Empowered Educators Project so that everyone has an understanding of what the project entails. And I will be putting different bits and pieces of the project together so that you have a full bird's eye view of the project. Just to let you know, this is the coachee orientation. The coaches have had their orientation yesterday and they have received the names of their coachees, and they will be contacting you starting today. Okay, so what they will do is contact you, and then you can set the date and the time to do your online sessions as and how they work for you. So just a brief overview about how this project came about, why Empowered Educators. So we've seen that in the past couple years, teachers are not just responsible for the academics anymore. You have parents who are reaching out to teachers and educators and support staff about different issues about their children. It could be, their mental well-being, their emotional well-being, their social well-being, psychological well-being. Is my child able to adapt to online learning? Is my child able to be okay with coming back to school? Does my child perform okay socially? So it's not just, okay, how did my child do in a test, or how did they perform academically? Yes. So that's one thing. I will pause and I will take Jessica's question first, and then I will continue. Jessica, go ahead.
Actually, sorry, it wasn't a question. I just wanted to make a quick comment about the program idea, that I am really excited about this movement that's happening, because part of the reason that I initially decided to become a coach is also to support educators. As an educator, I questioned a lot who's supporting the educators, right? We have counseling, we have admin staff, we have professional development days, but who's there to support teachers and educators when they feel a disconnect with their class, or when they just have come to a standstill, or they have that one difficult student and they don't know how to get through it. And I just felt like there was always a disconnect with that idea. And so I'm just, thank you guys for like putting this together and making some moves on this, because it's so important. Like you said, now more than ever, teachers are not just teachers anymore. Especially now when we've just been dealing with a pandemic. You know, I just had a morning class with my private student online, and instead of doing work, we started talking about COVID and the impacts, and, you know, even like babies not identifying their families' faces because of masks. Like, this is the conversation we were having. So it's really important for us as educators to be prepared to handle this next wave of inquiry from students and parents as well. So yeah, that's all I wanted to say.
So thank you so much for sharing that with us. And I completely agree, like that is where we are. I'm a parent as well today, and I know what I expect from the teachers, and I know what I want the school to support me with. You know, it's not just about, hey, about the math and the physics and that kind of stuff. And so that's how this project came about. It came about with the aim of supporting educators, you know, because educators, that's the professional side, right? But they also have the personal side, which is, you know, their own lives, their own families, their own kids, you know. So there's just a lot to manage. And what we wanted to do was to create the safe space for educators to be able to unpack what's going on in their lives and in their minds, right? So whether it's professional, you know, whether it's like a professional goal, whether it's something that they're dealing with a student, with a class, with a parent, you know, or if it's something on a personal level, you know, maybe a limiting self-belief that they're dealing with, a self-doubt, like, gosh, can I do this? Can I do the online? Can I do the Zooms? Like, you know, there's so much to deal with. And so this project came about from that thinking and wanting to create that space to pay it forward to educators, because educators are those that are really responsible in shaping the future generation. And so we wanted to help to amplify the power that educators have, you know, and that's how we wanted to support them. So that's a little bit of background on the project. Now, the framework, the working framework of this project is we have set aside, so your coaches have already received your details and they will be contacting you soon. So we've allotted a period of about 6 weeks, starting from the 25th of July till the 7th of September, in which we encourage you to engage in 3 coaching sessions. The topic could be the same across 3 sessions if you have a goal. The topic could be different, you know, if different things are going on that you would like to explore. So whatever you decide to share with your coach is completely up to you. Confidentiality is very, very important. And so your coaches will be reaching out with a confidentiality agreement. So be sure to go through that, to read it. If you have any questions, please feel free to ask any questions that you have to your coaches, sign it, and then send it back to them. So at least you know that they are bound by the ICF Code of Ethics and the confidentiality, that they will help you to not disclose your identity or anything that you shared. So yeah, so that, I guess, is the working framework of the project. So within 6 weeks, we encourage 3 coaching sessions. Another piece of this project is the coaching journals. So coaching journals have been created in order to be like a value-added tool that will help you, you know, to reflect, to jot down notes after each session, because I do believe that life's very hectic, right? We all have this like fast pace, and, you know, after we're done with the coaching session and we have like this big like awareness and we sit with it, after like a couple of minutes, like we're rushing to do the next thing, right? It's like this perpetual sense of busyness, right? And more tasks on hand than we ever have time for. So what we would like to do is to share these journals with you. So your coaches will reach out to you with these journals. And there are 3 phases of the journals. There is a pre-coaching journal, there is a during coaching journal, and there is a post-coaching journal. So I will take you through the journals very quickly now, just so that it's a bit familiar. And if you guys have any questions, you can ask me. So let's start with the pre-coaching journal. Now, these documents are actually documents that I would suggest would help you to reflect, to look at so with the pre-coaching journal, the aim of this is to get you to identify or to start to think about the different issues that you could raise in the coaching sessions, because as Dr. Ning said, that when you go to a coaching session and you already are thinking about like what you want to talk about, it would be a better use of time for you and your coach. So with this pre-coaching journal, you can look at it in terms of like the first question, which is, what are the potential issues that you would like to raise during the coaching session? So maybe you could list out a couple of topics that you think that you may want to go through. Look at how these issues are impacting your life, so you can write separately for them. How do you feel on most days? Are you feeling overwhelmed? Are you feeling frustrated? Are you feeling really confident, really happy? Like, what is it that's going on with the emotions? And what would be helpful to achieve at the end of the coaching sessions over the next few weeks? So if you were to fast forward a couple weeks later, what would you like to see yourself achieve? And what is the impact that achieving this would have on your life? So those are the kind of questions that we suggest you to go through for before you start your coaching sessions. Now, during coaching sessions, so you would do this after each coaching session. So you put the coaching session number and the coaching date. How are you feeling after the session? Are you feeling like you have more clarity? Are you feeling lighter? Are you feeling like you're operating from a clearer headspace? Like, what is it that you're feeling? How different or how similar is the feeling as compared to before the session? Sorry, this one's a really important one. So what is the major takeaway or insight that you have from the coaching session? And as I said, like, this helps you to document, it helps you to reflect, and it helps you to be more aware of what it is that you are walking away with from the session, so that even in the future, you can always come back and you can always have these documents to look at. What is the potential impact of the key takeaway? So now that you've had this awareness, so now that you have a greater clarity, what is it that could change? Are any of the key takeaways or insights useful to remind yourself of? What is it that you would want to carry forward and help you remind yourself of? Which ones are they? What are the methods that work best for you to remind yourself of them? And then are there any actions or changes that need to be implemented, right? So when and how they can be implemented. And this is to build that accountability piece. So now that you feel like some change is possible, how are you going to hold yourself accountable in order to create that change that you'd like to see? So that is the during coaching journal. And then we'll go to the...
Coach B, it's still on the first page, pre-coaching journal here.
I'm so sorry. Sorry, 1 second, please. Okay, so I will go through the last journal. And then if you have any questions, we can visit the during coaching journal as well, right? Okay, sorry, me and technology. Okay, post-coaching, yeah? Oh, good, okay. So after you've done the coaching sessions with your coach, what is the overall impact of the coaching sessions? After having these 3 sessions, what is the cumulative impact that there is on your life? Has there been any growth or development in any area? Which ones in particular, and how can they be maintained or enhanced? Looking back, and this is where you can refer to your pre-coaching journal. So looking back, were you able to achieve what you wanted to in the coaching sessions? Maybe you thought you would want to be coached on a topic. Maybe that topic changed. Maybe you achieved more. Maybe your direction shifted. So what is it, that you were able to achieve in your coaching sessions, right? And how is that same or different to when you started off? What's possible for you now? And that's an interesting one, because sometimes we live with all these thoughts in our mind, and it sort of clouds our judgment and clouds our thinking. And so we're not really able to understand what's possible for us. But having had these coaching sessions, what do you feel is possible for you right now? So basically those are the coaching journals that I want to go through. Now, two things that are very important about the coaching journals is that you're not compelled to do it. It's a tool that we encourage you to use because we feel that it will help you to remind yourself, it will help you to create that space for yourself in order to look back, to reflect, to remind yourself of things. So that's one thing. So if you choose not to do it, that's completely okay as well. The second thing is that these coaching journals are completely confidential. So they will be kept with you. You don't have to share them with your coach unless you choose to do so. And you don't have to hand it in to any one of us or to your coach at the end of the coaching sessions. So please feel free to use them as and how you feel that they can add value to you. So that was journals. The last thing I would like to say is if you start on this coaching journey and you have any issues with anything, any of the processes, with your coach, with anything, please feel free to reach out at any time, and we will help you work through it and we will help you figure it out. So I think that's it for me. If you have any questions about anything, about what coaching is, about the ICF, about the process, about the project, please feel free to ask them.
Yes, thank you very much for Coach B. And now we are working together until the end part of the session. So if you have any question, you can just let us know. Otherwise, I will invite Coach Hong Yok to come to wrap up everything again.
I have a couple of questions. Number one is, do you foresee that you will be offering this opportunity once again in the future for more educators?
Yes, it's something that we're looking at building.
Okay.
And so this is that first step, but this is definitely something that we would like to continue to build. In fact, if you do have any educator friends who you think might be interested in joining, even at this point, we are recording this session and we can send it to them.
Mhm.
If you feel that you have anyone who would like to participate, please feel free to get in touch and we can make that happen.
Thank you. And then the second question is, I don't know where you guys are at in the process, but I just find like such a huge benefit in this, and I can see how this could be really, I don't know, life-changing for a lot of people. Is it something that you guys are thinking about maybe offering directly to schools at some point also?
So I think with schools, we haven't, there are things in the pipeline, but there's nothing that is fixed right now yet.
Okay.
I don't know if Coach Hong Yok or Coach Dr. Ning have anything else to say, but there are things in the pipeline, and we're, as I said, like we're looking to grow this, so we're just looking at the best avenues that we can.
All right.
approach.
Oh, if there's any connections that I feel like I can provide, I'll get in touch with you guys, because I'm also working within the school network a lot with a lot of different schools. So I just, for 100% believe that this is the great direction to be going in for supporting educators. So thanks.
Yeah. Thank you very much, Jessica. It's very nice for you to ask this question, because this program is just running. So we really need to support educators. We really are willing to support educators. So if you have any educator, Nandini, Kate, and also Jade, and everyone, if you know that educators will benefit this program, we will send you the application form to you, and then you can invite them to this program. We still have the ICF expat coaches who would like to support educators, because as we all know that this project is very impactful and very needed for educators in this moment. Anything that Kun Ning would like to add at this point?
Well, we just discussed about to building on from this first batch. So if any one of you can reach out to schools, educators, please feel free to reach out to us as well. Thank you.
And Jessica asks us about how to connect with us, right? We have our Facebook page that you can inbox to us anytime, and that will be our staff to support you on that.
Also, you can connect with Coach Bharati via email. We can support all of you.
And I think most of you have my phone number as well, so that's fine too. Are there any more questions? Any concerns regarding the project? Anything unclear? Yes,
Sorry,
Jessica, go
sorry,
ahead.
one
No,
more
no,
question.
go ahead.
I'm usually the person that talks a lot. The coaching journal, will that be sent by our coach when they get in
Yes.
touch? Okay,
Yes.
all right, thank you.
So they will get in touch. They will send you the coaching journal. They will send you the coaching agreement as well, the confidentiality agreement. Any other
Kate and
questions?
Jess, anything to express to us or send any message to educator or to coaches?
Really, actually, I'm looking forward to this coaching sessions because it's quite encouraging and it seems to be more informative, but still I wish to explore it more and know more. So just looking forward to it. Thanks.
Thank you.
Yes, I just want to say thank you for providing this opportunity. I think, as we all know, it is very important to check in on how teachers and everyone are, dealing with all the changes. So I really appreciate this. Thank you.
And we appreciate your support as well, Kate. Thank you.
Yeah, and if you have any friend that you think it could benefit to them, just introduce them to us. We will reach them. Coach B will reach them as soon as possible.
Yes.
Yeah.
Any other
So
comments, questions?
we have 2 minutes left here before 11:30. So Chong Yok, what about we wrap up and closing the session here?
I think it is all done today. Thank you very much for everyone, coaches and also educators that make it happen very impactful to our society. We are not the helper, but we are coach as the partner, your partner for you to support you to grow in this situation and thriving advancement to our society. Thank you very much that you are living far from your home, but you are have the willingness to stay here in Thailand to support everyone in Thailand. Very thank you. And we hope that Empower Educators project will benefit you a lot. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
So my last request for today is that we have put a satisfaction form of this orientation into the chat box. If you could just take a couple minutes and just provide some feedback, and please be honest, we're very open to feedback. We just want to keep improving and adjusting in order to maximize the benefits for future similar events. So without further ado, I invite you all to do the satisfaction. We're still online. If you do have questions, if you do have anything, I'm still around. So thank you so much.
Thank you so much, everyone.
Have a nice day.
Thank you. Yeah.
Thank you, bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.
culture หรือ core value
Should
เนี่
we
ยค่ะ
stop
มันไม่ใช่แค่ something
recording?
ที่แบบว่า put on the wall ให้